Hey bros, what's up? Hope you've all been doing well, everything's been good, and you've been enjoying yourselves so far. Welcome! You're watching a new video from Cronus. Guys, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Also, turn on notifications so whenever I upload a new video, you get a notification in your story. You'll get it and can check it out. Enjoy! Cheers, guys! Today, I want to explain how you can connect a joystick, music keyboard, and mouse to Cronus for your computer in this video. Earlier, I explained it for consoles, but now I want to show you how to do it for PC. So guys, let's open the Cronus app. And the first thing we need to do, as I told you, is to press the remote slot change button on the same PC shell. Basically, it's this button and this button. And in the output section, guys, this time we need to set it to PC mobile line mode. Once we've set it to this mode, we'll go ahead and connect the components. First, I want to connect the joystick to Cronus. So obviously we connect this joystick cable to the joystick itself, and the other cable we connect, guys, on the left side of the Cronus. This is the Cronus LCD. Look, this is the left side of the Cronus. When I connect it, basically, the green LED lights up and my device is on. I'll set it aside, guys. After we've connected the joystick and its light turned green, here we come over here and do a device reset so that the joystick shows up for us on the right side. See, it's switched back to Xbox mode. I'm setting it to PC and mobile mode. Look, here the PlayStation 4 console and joystick have been recognized. Now we're going to connect the keyboard to the Cronus for music. This is the USB keyboard chip. As I mentioned in the previous video, this is the Cronus LCD, and below it there are two USB ports. I'm going to connect it now. I connect the keyboard to one of these USB ports. See, its LCD turned green, and our keyboard here, guys, is now on. The next chip, guys, it's our mouse. So I take the USB mouse chip and connect it to the other USB port. Keyboard. I'm turning on my mouse too, guys. See, the LED on my mouse turned on, and here we go again, guys. A device reset button. We press it so that all the chips show up here on the right side for us. And look, the mouse, keyboard, and joystick are all here now in the console. PlayStation 4. Look, because the joystick is for PlayStation 4, it's connected, the mouse is from Logitech, and the keyboard too. They're all showing up here. But since it keeps changing, we set it to PC/mobile, just like I showed you guys in my previous video. I said for PlayStation, here in the mouse and keyboard settings section, when you come here, it tells you that. The minimum DPI is 4000, and the rate should be at least 250 Hertz. I'm gonna close this. Here, guys, I've set up all the settings I like and applied them here. So for example, the L2 button on the joystick, which I want to use for aiming or scoping or for weapons, I set it to the right mouse button. For example, I assigned the square button here to the F key on my keyboard. Just like you guys can see here, you can set these up yourself. Set up whatever feels easiest and most comfortable for you here. And here, guys, is the mouse sensitivity section. I set it here to 51.100, and I'm saying here, you can set whatever you like, whatever feels right for you. Guys, on my Discord in the video, as I mentioned before, I've put all the mouse and keyboard settings for Warzone here for you guys. You can open it up and check it out here. I've written that the DPI is 10,000 and the rate is 500 Hertz, and these are all, so to speak, the settings you need to set, both in the game and on the Cronus itself. I'll explain that in the next videos for you. These guys, where it says the format is with ZMK, that means Zen Mouse Keyboard. You can download it here, the music and all. After you've downloaded it, when you come to this page, it says import. You click on import, guys. Wherever you've downloaded the mouse and keyboard and that config I put on Discord, you can easily set the format right here to select mouse and keyboard. Let's see if it shows up. I wrote here Call of Duty Warzone 2. When you click on it, guys, all that info, all those settings will show up here. And after you do this, you absolutely have to press this button. Guys, make sure to click here so these settings, your mouse and keyboard, it will be saved onto your Cronus device. And to make sure your mouse and keyboard are connected and working, we go back again. We come to the device section, and here it says device monitor. When you click here, look guys, when I press the keyboard keys, for example, when I press W, you can see it. If I press S, it goes to -100, and if I press D, it goes to +100, or something like that. You see, the mouse is moving, guys. You can see here it's showing us that it's working. When I press the key, you can see here that it's working. Any key that we have in this section, guys, the mouse and the keyboard we set up here, you can test it and check if it's working correctly or not. And guys, in the mouse section, you can adjust its sensitivity, DPI, or its rate. First of all, it totally depends on the model. Now, for the mouse you have, you download its software. For example, mine is a Logitech G703. You download the Logitech software, open the program, and as you can see, I have 2 Logitech devices. I go into the mouse section. When you enter the mouse section, guys, you'll see here it says sensitivity, or the same as the mouse DPI. By default, Cronus says to set it to 4000, but for me, to make it easier and more comfortable to play, I set it to 2000, so it's on 2000 DPI. Sometimes when I'm using the parachute, I can just click once and set my mouse to 4000 DPI, which is much faster. I can maneuver when I open the parachute, and the really important point, guys, is the rate. You can set your rate here to 1000 or 500 or 250 or 125. Cronus itself says to set the minimum to 250, and when you guys do all this, once you've done that, there's nothing else you need to do. You can easily disconnect the Cronus from the device and connect it to the computer you use for gaming. Now I'll show you the rest of the video on the computer. Alright guys, now I want to connect the Cronus to my PC for gaming. I took a USB-C cable from my PC and brought it to my gaming PC, guys. This is something I mentioned in the earlier videos. To update the Cronus itself, you need to use the USB port on top of the Cronus chip. This is the Cronus LED. You need to update it from the top. And also, to use the Cronus, you need to connect this complete USB-C port chip to the top of the Cronus. Right where you see it, you'll notice the Cronus logo appears, and the keyboard and mouse that I connected, you can see them too. The green LEDs are nicely lit up. That means the Cronus is now ready and connected to my gaming PC. Now, on the PC, look guys, without any other mouse or keyboard, just this mouse and keyboard that I connected. Let me show you. Look, this is the mouse and keyboard I connected. I want to show you that it's working. Is it working? Look, I'm playing with the Q and E keys, and it's working, guys. There's a really important point here. When I said you connect the Cronus to the console, you have to connect the joystick from the left side. That is, connect the LCD of the Cronus from the left side with a cable. As I told you in the previous part, you need to go into your console settings. Connect the mouse and controller without Bluetooth. Connect it, meaning use a cable to connect the Cronus to the controller. If you want to play with mouse and keyboard, the controller must be connected, and the mouse and keyboard must also be connected for gameplay, to play together with the console. But for PC, you shouldn't put both controllers on the Cronus because actually you have a mouse and keyboard. You already have the main one for your computer. When you connect this, basically you have 2 controllers connected, both the mouse and keyboard and the joystick. Basically this Cronus, which we've now connected the mouse and keyboard to, is being recognized by our gaming computer as a joystick. Now, in order to use the Cronus for music on your PC, you either need to connect the mouse and keyboard and their adapters and use them, or you need to remove the mouse and keyboard. Basically, just pull them out like this. And then connect your external joystick adapter to any of the available USB ports located below. See, now it's turned green here. And if I show you my joystick, it's working perfectly fine and smoothly. It's working. It turned on easily here, and now I'm using L1 and R1 to switch. So you should keep this in mind as well. Be aware that when you connect your controller to the Cronus, or if you connect a USB keyboard and mouse to the Cronus, you definitely need to go into the game settings, go to the controller section, and change it from the current desktop mode. And I'm showing you that you need to set the mouse to controller mode so that when you go into the game, you can look up and down, and right and left will work too. Because by default, Windows sets the input device mode. You need to come here and set it to controller mode instead of mouse and keyboard mode. See, right now I'm doing it perfectly with the controller, no problem at all. And I'll say it again, if you want to play with mouse and keyboard on PC, you can't connect more than one controller, so to speak. Does the Cronus want a joystick or mouse and keyboard? For example, let me connect the joystick to the adapter again. I unplug it, then I connect my keyboard adapter again, and then I connect my mouse adapter again. See, the LEDs on my keyboard and mouse turned on again. And I'll show you once more. Look, now my keyboard is working. See, when I press Q and A, they're working. It's that easy, guys. You can connect it and use it. Thanks for sticking with me until the end of the video. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment and I'll explain it for you. And don't forget to follow the Discord and Telegram channels. They're also in the YouTube bio because I post a lot of programs and explanations there for you guys. For example, I've put things like Cronus settings, DPI, and all the in-game settings for Warzone or Apex there. Make sure to follow, it'll help you out. I'd really appreciate it if you could like, comment, and subscribe for the guys. Also, turn on the notification bell so whenever I upload a new video, you get the notification right away, check it out, and enjoy. And I hope, first of all, you get rich, second, stay healthy, and third, stay in love until the next video. Goodbye.